I've been tracking the god makers through history. The ones that created the Hindu religion and the Egyptian gods, the Babylonian and Sumerian gods, the Roman, the Greek, and the Nordic gods, 4 Abrahamic religions. All religions were institutes of slavery. The ones who corrupted a rebellious slave nation and turned it into the worship of a man. Tracking them through key codes, symbols, and maps, this shit turns into Dungeons and Dragons.
For those of the north, go south till you face the east and the moon sits over your left shoulder.
Below the sun
and the head of the dragon will be in your left hand.
You'll be in the southern hemisphere.
With the moon's reverse, you can match the key of the dragons. I've been tracking these people through 700 years of text.
Press pause a couple times. You need to understand this.
Coins, myths, 88 languages, keys, stars, symbols, blood codes, metal codes, number codes, so many codes. These people are the code makers. With the god knowledge and the god technologies, these people were claimed many different gods. They are the archetypes of water, air, and earth. With them, the other people gods of the north, east, west, and south, fire and ice. The gods put the dragon snake on the moon. It's a perfect match, same as America. Look closely. The flying snake is the dragon snake, and also the flying sword. But in Africa, you see the wings and the dragon snake symbol missing, because they attached it to the bottom of the continent. That red dot is where the snake's coming out of the hole in Africa. Going back over 440 years ago on the map, you could see a man helping another man out of a hole with a bow in the same spot. And the mining scout continues. On the moon, the flying sword hit a barrier and became a sun key. Now you can take that and put that in your bag, like this one, or this one, this one, or this one. You can sprinkle people with knowledge of freedom like this, replace the false gods by the trees of their culture, or foul food for the wind. Harvested. You finally see the face of the moon standing at the moon gate. Now catch the morning stars that is far. Keys of Orion. This is just 2 of them, on the water upside down. This is a prophecy to be fulfilled. Another sword of truth. Another 2 keys of Orion crossed in the moon gate. There you'll see 2 pathways coming from the center. These 2 keys make the black eagle, fly through the 6th dimension of the darkness, the hidden and the mystery. The gods of this world give you images and outlines of the land and the water with the names to go with them. And the scribes wrote to you all the ethers of air. 1570, the R-type dragon hits Russia, accompanied by the Tartarian owl. These same owl, temple, tent, tiara people also appeared on the front and back of our dollar bill 400 years later. With the keys of Orion on the document of the Pope's hat, reveal the face of 9 living creatures. 1, 2, 3 Tartarian owls. A reptilian dragon, reptilian turtle, and reptilian snake. And those that you call aliens. Those underground, those above ground, and those from the water.
And of the air.
1656 on the back of this coin, this device has 14 petals and 1 beam coming out the center. Same written on the back of the document of the $1 bill with 14 petals and 1 beam coming out the center. And the frequency of this beam is written. And also displayed on the badges of law enforcement. There are 4 rings on the metal number codes written on top of the one-eyed eagle. So move the 1 over to the ring of iron. 6-point star makes the outer edge of the core, so move the 6 to the copper ring. The 6-point stars make up 13 silver positions. And all those positions are filled with 5-pointed stars. 13 times 5 is 65. Now put the 65 in the center beam with the 5-point stars that it came from. And that's the same year as the mud floods. The one that was written about in the Bible, and coins, and on this map, is 1656, where they're draining water off of the continents. All 3 of them, Atlantis, Lemuria, and Mu. Looking on the map from the 1630s and 40s, you can see 3 different types of Tartarians taking orders from a dragon R-type. On the other side of the same map, there's a dark-skinned Tartarian metal miner, following a light-skinned silver and gold Tartarian miner, being led by the serpent R-type, the youngest of the R-types, whose route of instruction is going into the bay approaching the lands. The operations grew quickly, and the serpent R-type is now wearing a uniform of copper. The route of instruction has now invaded land. The 2 Tartarians are mining metal, copper, and silver, and another substance I can't name right now. And here again, the R-type serpent has mastered the gold mining, and his route of instruction is even deeper on land. And his Tartarian companions are mining metal and copper, and gold and copper. 21 years after the flood, 1677, you can see the continent of Africa in recovery. A small child is clothed and seen climbing on the back of the parent, holding their hand over their mouth as if to be appalled, while the turtle R-type that was sitting on top of that turtle is being violently rejected. It's the rejection of the child's slave minds while the child can be seen crawling in safety. This must be mid-South Africa.
Because North Africa cooperated.
The 3 R-types regrouped, and it was scribed 1694, the plan that they devised. the plan
They
that they
gifted those they
devised
made an alliance
to
with.
teach man war and slavery amongst themselves. You see the people they brought with them from Africa, side by side with the Tartarian, to enslave people, putting a man in shackles as he begs for his freedom and life. The Tartarian is standing at the top of the mound while the people bring their children as child slaves offerings. The giant stands on the side of the road, and that's a man carrying the sword of a giant. Yes, there is evidence of these many giant doors and many giant swords spread across many nations and many lands.
The rope represents a planned schedule. That it's burning, it's done in timing. That's a lot of plans for a long period of time.
They did the same thing in the Americas. The small figure, small enough to fit on the back of a turtle, is the turtle archetype. Behind him is his companion Speedy, and the god technologies he possessed. The other two of the three archetypes are at the top. The one bearing fruit at the top on the right is the serpent archetype of the ground, who also makes blood with the dragon archetype of the air to the left, holding a bird. And this is why there is a bird between them. This is why there was ever any mention of a dragon snake and a flying snake. Two people of the land have made an alliance,
Turned Tartarian.
and the rest are set at war and cannibalism. Here goes the turtle archetype with his companion over the star fort, the serpent archetype of the ground with arrows down for slaving and mining operations. Did you see how small he was to that arrow? See the companion Speedy working one of 3 remotes looking into a screen? And the dragon archetype of the air is in the air smoking his pipe over his star fort and the colony of his people. Coexisting with giants, enslaving all tribes, using ABO blood types to oracle and AO blood types to oracle to teach the slave tribes cannibalism and human sacrifice. 1677 they established the Hindu religion with human sacrifice and cannibalism, at the same time holding hostage and 1 man murdered already for practicing the religion of a rebellious slave who was captured and sacrificed. So here we are today. The water dragon's covered most of Africa, 3 jewels on his back. The bird dragon is in northern Africa, and so is the flying snake that comes from the ground. 3 dragons in Africa.
And the fish under the bird dragon, Northwest Africa.
The dragon archetype spawned across the eastern world. Here in America, claimed by the serpent archetypes is the rattlesnake, the python, and the flying snake. And the scribes wrote the turtle archetype claimed the entire world. All land above water right now is on the surface of a turtle. Yeah, I bet you forgot. We came all this way not to butcher some gods. Back to the document, whose only value is the knowledge encrypted on it. Only treasure here is these 3 X's. 1, 2, 3. And who they are. Put the 3 stars of Orion's belt on those 3 X's 4 times.
So you can see the face of the
Reveal the
archetype
face of the
reptilian
archetype.
hybrid.
Reptilian rulers who say they're from the 3 stars of Orion's belt. The aliens that come from
But they're
stars.
really from planet Earth.
The ones that Anunnaki used to work for. The reptilian turtles without shells. The reptilian flying dragons. And the reptilian serpents. And now the other gods. Gods of north, east, west, and south. Gods of the sun, moon, and stars. The other creator gods. Gods of the temple tent tiaras. The Anunnaki. The Anunnaki come from the star Sirius. They are the Doc people. The ones with the dog heads in Egypt. The reptilians feared them because they ate what they killed, even the cannibalism of their own kind. And this was the reason they formed an alliance with them. Remember South America? Talked about a people eating people, and they were even eating giants. Right here on the map, same as in India. And they even had a giant dog they were friends with. Right here on the map. And then there were always giants. Right here on the map. And these giants were friends with giant dogs. Right here on the map. Because the cannibal Anunnaki dog people and giants didn't come from the stars. They came from right here on the map. And the reptilians came from right here on the map. These people are not from outer space. These people are from Earth. The Anunnaki and the Tartarian are one and the same. And they want you to believe these people control magnetic north and gravity down, and they anchor the sun in rotation with it. One more time, you can see the dragon of the air smoking, the turtle on his stomach eating, and the serpent of the ground playing with the plants. This lock and key is from another map. The wings on Speedy's speed is how he travels. The wings on their back is they traveled with him, and they rewrote history and even DNA.
Mayan records state clearly that there were 10 cities in Atlantis within the Toronto document located in the British Museum. It is estimated to be 3,500 years old, and it describes in detail the sinking of Atlantis. According to Thoth, 2 extraterrestrial races stepped in, completely different races. The first race, Hebrews, coming from our future. Thoth says they knew a lot of things that we didn't know yet. The other race that stepped in, problems. Something happened to them. The Lucifer, from the very beginning of creation, everything is simply an experiment. To cut itself off and create a separate reality on its own. Lucifer is just another reality. It's not a unity perception of oneness, but duality perception of two. It always ends in failure. Eventually, it became clear that it was not going to survive. It blew their atmosphere away, strode the surface of the planet. The planet didn't have a magnetic system, however the surface was magnetized, implying that at one point it did, but that something happened.